Padre Pio's final prophecy is coming true, the shocking truth that will shake your faith. Padre Pio's final prophecy is unfolding before our eyes, a revelation so profound, it will challenge your faith to its core. The time will come when men will face the truth and tremble. These words echo across history, but what if that truth has already arrived? In his final days, Padre Pio experienced visions so vivid that they moved him to tears, not from the pain of his stigmata, but from a deep, spiritual anguish. His silence carried more weight than any spoken words, and his last prophecies foretell a future so startling that they demand our attention. This isn't just a tale of faith or miracles. It's a wake-up call for the world we live in today. Stay with us as we unpack this remarkable story, because Padre Pio's final vision doesn't just warn of despair. It offers hope. Before we dive in, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and subscribe to our channel. What you're about to learn could change your perspective on the world forever. 1. The context of Padre Pio's prophecies. Padre Pio's life was a profound testament to the mysteries of faith and spirituality. He left behind a legacy that continues to inspire and challenge believers around the globe. Known as a stigmatist, he bore the physical wounds of Christ's crucifixion for 50 years, a deeply personal yet public symbol of his connection to the divine. But his stigmata were just one aspect of his extraordinary life. Padre Pio possessed spiritual gifts far beyond comprehension. He became renowned for bilocation, reading souls, and delivering divinely inspired messages. These unique abilities made him a bridge between the earthly and the sacred, but they also carried an immense spiritual weight. His life serves as a reminder that one individual's faith can ripple through generations, encouraging us to reflect on our own spiritual journey. Let us travel back to 1968, to the tranquil and deeply spiritual town of San Giovanni Rotondo in Italy, where Padre Pio spent his final days. As his earthly life drew to a close, the miraculous nature of his existence reached its peak. The stigmata, which had bled for decades as a visible testament to Christ's suffering, began to heal inexplicably. This remarkable event seemed to signal the conclusion of his divine mission. Yet, what he left behind was even more extraordinary. 3 powerful prophecies entrusted to 3 faithful individuals. 2. The prophecies and their significance. As Padre Pio's stigmata healed, he shared prophecies that were neither vague nor metaphorical but precise and filled with specific details about future events. These revelations demonstrated his unwavering faith and his deep concern for humanity's spiritual well-being. They urged us to reflect on our collective and individual choices, calling for spiritual reawakening. The first prophecy was entrusted to Father Gabriel Amorth, a Vatican exorcist known for his spiritual wisdom and dedication. The second was shared with Dr. Giuseppe Massi, Padre Pio's trusted physician and confidant, who had witnessed countless miracles throughout Padre Pio's life. The third and most striking prophecy was given to Luisa Monta, his devoted spiritual daughter, whose faith never wavered. Each prophecy carried a profound sense of urgency and addressed critical issues that resonate deeply today: moral decay, spiritual awakening, and the consequences of humanity's estrangement from its divine purpose. These warnings are more relevant than ever as we grapple with challenges like materialism, loss of compassion, and a growing disconnect from spiritual values. Through these prophecies, Padre Pio urged humanity not to fear the unknown, but to view it as a call to action. They invite us to realign ourselves with kindness, humility, and faith in the face of an uncertain future. While the messages warn of dire consequences, they also hold a beacon of hope, a reminder that transformation and redemption are always within reach if we choose to embrace them. Let Padre Pio's final vision inspire you to reflect on your path. His life and prophecies challenge us to reconnect with our spiritual roots and to build a world anchored in compassion and humility. Are you ready to face the truth and find hope in his message? Stay tuned, because what you'll uncover could shift your perspective forever. Prophecy number 1. A warning of spiritual decline. Padre Pio's first prophecy, shared with Father Gabriel Amorth, delivers a sobering warning about the spiritual challenges of our time. It begins with a vivid and unsettling image of decline cloaked in pretense. Padre Pio warned, "The houses of God will be filled with those who come not to worship, but to hide. They will speak of peace while preparing for war. They will carry crosses of gold while their hearts are filled with darkness." These words vividly illustrate the hypocrisy of a world where outward appearances mask inner spiritual emptiness. What makes this prophecy even more striking is the specific sign Padre Pio shared. When you see the faithful begin to doubt the presence of Christ in the Eucharist, know that the time has come. Reflect on this for a moment. This is not a vague or abstract prediction. It's a direct and urgent call to examine the state of our faith and the sincerity of our worship. In today's world, research shows a troubling decline in belief among Christians in the real presence of Christ in the Eucharist. For many, the sacred mystery of the altar has been reduced to mere symbolism or forgotten entirely. Isn't it alarming to consider that Padre Pio's prophecy, spoken decades ago, is now coming to pass before our very eyes? But Padre Pio's message isn't just about pointing out what's wrong. It's a wake-up call. It urges us to reflect on the depth of our belief and the reverence we bring to worship. How often do we attend church without fully engaging our hearts and minds? How often do we go through the motions without truly connecting with the divine? Here's where you come in. If you believe in the sacred power of the Eucharist, if you've experienced its transformative grace, let your voice be heard. Write faith in the Eucharist in the comments below, not just as a statement of belief, but as an invitation for others to reflect and reignite their faith. Your testimony could inspire someone else to find their way back to God. Padre Pio's prophecy challenges us to not only see the darkness around us, but to actively be the light that pushes back against it. It's a call to stand firm in faith, to approach the altar with awe, and to let our actions and beliefs ripple outward, influencing the world in ways we may never fully see. What can we take away from Padre Pio's warning today? Take your faith seriously. Don't let it become routine or superficial. Strengthen your faith through prayer, understanding, and genuine devotion. Guard against hypocrisy. Ensure your outward actions align with your inner convictions. Let your faith be authentic and transformative. Build community, share, and live out your beliefs. By doing so, you inspire others and strengthen collective faith. Reflect on your relationship with the Eucharist and the depth of your faith. Are you ready to be a beacon of hope in a world that feels spiritually adrift? Let Padre Pio's words serve as both a caution and a call to action. The time to stand firm in faith is now. Prophecy number 2, the 3 days of darkness. The second prophecy, shared with Padre Pio's trusted physician, Dr. Giuseppe Massi, is both chilling and profound. It foretells what he called the 3 days of darkness, a spiritual reckoning that will manifest in the physical world and shake humanity to its core. Padre Pio described this period with haunting clarity. The sky will be wrapped in darkness for 3 days. People will flee to their homes, but many will find no refuge there. The faithful must keep blessed candles and holy water, for only these will give light during this darkness. Those who open their windows out of curiosity will fall dead. This prophecy paints a stark picture, emphasizing the need for spiritual and physical preparation. It's not just a warning of impending chaos. It's a call to remain steadfast in faith, to trust in God's protection, and to resist the temptation to succumb to fear or curiosity. As we unpack this prophecy further, consider how its message might apply to our current world and how we prepare ourselves, both spiritually and mentally, for challenges that lie ahead. Padre Pio's prophecy about the 3 days of darkness carries an undeniable urgency and caution. He painted a world not only enveloped in physical shadow but weighed down by spiritual trials and divine justice. However, Padre Pio didn't leave his followers without guidance. He shared a specific sign to watch for. When you see a year of unprecedented natural disasters followed by a winter where flowers bloom out of season, that's when you must prepare. As we observe the world today, doesn't this warning strike a chord? Forest fires rage uncontrollably, floods submerge cities, earthquakes shake the ground, and hurricanes are more frequent. Seasons seem disrupted, with flowers blooming in winter as if nature itself is disoriented. Could these chaotic phenomena be the signs Padre Pio foretold, or are they mere coincidences in an increasingly unpredictable world? These questions urge us to reflect, not only on the condition of the planet, but on the spiritual state of humanity. While such a prophecy might evoke fear, its true purpose lies in awakening us to the consequences of our actions and the choices we make. Think about it. Are we living in alignment with values that bring light into the world, or are we contributing to the darkness through selfishness, neglect, and greed? As the Buddhist saying goes, 3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Padre Pio's vision echoes this sentiment, suggesting that the foretold darkness is not merely punishment but a revelation, a stripping away of illusions to allow truth to shine. How are you preparing, not just for potential trials, but for the responsibility of living a life rooted in faith, compassion, and kindness? Padre Pio emphasized the importance of blessed candles and holy water, not as superstitions but as symbols of purity, faith, and divine protection. On a deeper level, these tools remind us that faith, when nurtured, can guide us through even the darkest times. Have you cultivated your inner light, or have doubt, distractions, or despair dimmed it? As Buddhist teacher Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "Sometimes your joy is the source of your smile, but sometimes your smile can be the source of your joy." Even in times of darkness, small acts of faith and courage can reignite hope. This prophecy isn't just about physical events. It calls us to profound spiritual awakening. It reminds us that every action we take, whether rooted in love or fear, creates ripples that shape the world around us. Padre Pio's words challenge us not to view the darkness as inevitable, but to take action. We're given the tools to prepare through faith, reflection, and goodness. What does your preparation look like? Are you building a foundation of kindness, forgiveness, and faith strong enough to endure any storm? Or are you still chasing fleeting comforts, ignoring the deeper truths calling to you? Padre Pio's prophecy serves both as a warning and an invitation. It calls us to realign our lives with what truly matters. Let it be a wake-up call. Cherish the light of faith. Keep your faith strong, for it will guide you through challenges. Cultivate peace and community. Promote kindness and compassion in your daily interactions. Live with purpose. Make every action meaningful, with the intention to create light in the world. Even if the world faces darkness, as long as we carry the light within us, hope will never fade. Ask yourself, how can I bring more light into the world today? In answering that question, we find not just preparation but the strength to face whatever lies ahead. Prophecy number 3, the Great Warning. The third prophecy, known as the Great Warning, was shared through the visionary Luisa Monta. Its chilling essence resonates profoundly in our world today. Padre Pio foretold, "There will come a day when people will not believe because they think they know all things." He foretold a time when humanity would place its faith entirely in science and technology, believing they hold all the answers. Science will declare it has found all answers, but it will have missed the most important one. The world will celebrate technologies that promise eternal life while souls die by the millions. This prophecy invites us to question our uncritical embrace of human advancements. Is our progress truly leading us forward, or is it diverting us from the sacred truths that sustain our humanity? Padre Pio warned that the sign of this prophecy would be unmistakable. When you see men recreating life without women and machines thinking like men, then know that the time of the great warning is at hand. This message resonates deeply in today's world, where artificial intelligence and scientific breakthroughs have made the unimaginable a reality. Artificial wombs and genetic engineering challenge the natural processes of life, enabling life to emerge without a woman's role in creation. Simultaneously, advanced AI mimics human thought, learning, decision-making, and even emotional processing. These innovations, once considered science fiction, now prompt critical ethical questions. Are we building a future where technology complements humanity, or are we creating a world where circuits and algorithms replace the soul? As the Buddha wisely said, your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts. Without mindfulness and compassion to guide technological growth, we risk losing touch with what it truly means to be human. The pursuit of eternal life through technology has captured human imagination. From attempts to upload consciousness into digital realms to extending lifespans through bioengineering, science seeks to transcend mortality. But as Padre Pio warned, this pursuit may come at a spiritual cost, with millions of souls being lost. This prophecy serves as a powerful reminder. While outer advancements can improve our lives, they must be balanced with inner wisdom. The Dalai Lama once said, "We can never obtain peace in the outer world until we make peace with ourselves." Similarly, technological progress without spiritual grounding may bring convenience, but it leaves a void where purpose, connection, and meaning once thrived. The blurred lines between humanity and machines. In today's world, AI tools automate decisions, create art, and mimic human creativity, blurring the line between genuine human innovation and machine simulation. Is this true progress, or are we drifting away from our humanity? Padre Pio's prophecy warns against relying too heavily on science and technology while neglecting the soul. This is evident in the growing disconnect between people. Digital communication increasingly replaces face-to-face interactions, and human empathy struggles to keep pace in a virtual age. As Buddhist philosophy reminds us, the way out is in. Amid rapid technological change, grounding ourselves in mindfulness and staying present to our humanity becomes essential. We must not let the allure of progress blind us to the deeper truths of love, compassion, and interconnectedness. The signs of the Great Warning are no longer distant. They are here. Men are recreating life without women, as seen in advancements in artificial reproduction. Machines think and reason, no longer just as tools to assist humanity, but in some domains, as entities that could replace it. In this moment of profound transformation, we are called to reflect on our values. Is the convenience of machines worth the potential loss of our shared humanity? As the Buddha taught, to keep the body in good health is a duty. Otherwise, we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear. The body of humanity, the essence of who we are, must not be sacrificed on the altar of unrestrained progress. Despite these challenges, there is hope. Padre Pio's prophecy offers an opportunity to deepen our awareness and reclaim our purpose. Engage with technology, but do so mindfully. Use innovation to enhance life, not diminish it. True knowledge is not found in machines or laboratories, but in the heart and soul. Compassion is our guiding light in navigating this complex era, helping us discern between genuine progress and potential peril. Reflect deeply on your intentions and stay connected to the essence of what makes life meaningful. By doing so, we honor the spirit of humanity, even in a world transformed by technological advancements. Let us approach this new age with purpose, humility, and the wisdom to keep the sacred truths of life at the forefront. Technology and message of hope. Padre Pio's prophecy. Padre Pio's prophecies, including his profound message of hope and preparation, transcend fear and despair. They call us to awaken our spiritual selves and to embrace faith as a source of strength. These messages were not meant to instill dread, but to inspire us to anchor our lives in love, trust, and divine mercy, even amid life's uncertainties. By deeply reflecting on Padre Pio's words, we understand that preparation is not merely about external actions, but about cultivating a heart grounded in compassion and connection to the divine. As the Buddha wisely said, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment." Mindfulness, combined with spiritual practices, offers a pathway to live with purpose, courage, and grace. Returning to the sacraments, a call to spiritual armor. Padre Pio invites us to return wholeheartedly to the sacraments, reminding us that confession and the Eucharist are spiritual armor for our souls. Regular confession, for instance, allows us to acknowledge our humanity and seek to correct our missteps, while the Eucharist nourishes the soul, a sacred pause in life's busyness to reconnect with the divine. This teaching mirrors the Buddhist wisdom. Just as a solid rock is not shaken by the wind, so the wise are not moved by praise or blame. By strengthening our inner world through these sacraments, we become unshaken by life's trials. Prayer and mindfulness, tools for centering the spirit. Prayer, particularly the daily recitation of the Rosary, was emphasized by Padre Pio as the weapon for these times. The Rosary's rhythmic reflection serves as a tool to calm the mind and center the spirit. For those who do not practice the Rosary, the principle remains. Dedicate time daily to stillness and reflection, whether through meditation, prayer, or mindful breathing. As Thich Nhat Hanh beautifully said, "The energy of mindfulness is the energy of the Buddha, helping us to be aware of what is going on in the present moment." By cultivating mindfulness, we can navigate the darkness of our times with clarity and peace. Padre Pio also emphasized consecrating oneself and one's family to the Immaculate Heart of Mary and the Sacred Heart of Jesus. This act reflects deep trust in divine protection and acknowledges our dependence on higher love and wisdom. Practically, it reminds us to prioritize the well-being of our families, ensuring that love and unity are at the heart of our relationships. This teaching aligns with the Buddhist perspective. Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. Dalai Lama. By centering our lives on love, we create a sanctuary for our families, preparing not only for trials, but for a future rooted in harmony and connection. Creating sacred spaces, symbols of hope and faith. Padre Pio encouraged keeping blessed sacramentals, such as holy water, blessed candles, and a crucifix, in our homes. While these items hold spiritual significance, their deeper lesson lies in creating spaces of hope and faith. In modern terms, this might mean setting up a quiet corner for meditation, prayer, or reflection, an area adorned with meaningful objects that inspire gratitude and faith. These symbols serve as reminders of the strength we possess and the divine support available to us. Padre Pio's message is clear. Surround yourself with elements that uplift your spirit and remind you of your faith. By doing so, you fortify your inner self to face life's uncertainties with hope and resilience. Padre Pio's words guide us to a life anchored in love, compassion, and faith. His teachings remind us that preparation is not merely about external readiness, but about transforming our hearts and minds. Reflect on how you can deepen your connection to faith and spirituality. Build harmony within your family and community. Create spaces that inspire hope, mindfulness, and gratitude. In a world of uncertainty, Padre Pio's message is a beacon of light, calling us to live with intention, purpose, and trust in divine mercy. Let his prophecy inspire you to become a source of love and strength for yourself and those around you. Above all, Padre Pio's message calls us to prepare with love, not fear. He reminded us through Scripture that perfect love casts out fear. In today's world, fear often arises from uncertainty, whether due to personal struggles, societal challenges, or global crises. Yet, love, expressed through acts of kindness, forgiveness, and selflessness, has the power to dissolve fear and foster resilience. As the Buddha taught, hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal rule. When we root our actions in love, we align ourselves with a higher purpose, discovering courage and peace even in adversity. Integrating spiritual preparation into daily life. To embody Padre Pio's message in the modern world, we must integrate spiritual preparation into our everyday lives. This involves cultivating mindfulness in our thoughts, intentionality in our actions, and compassion in our relationships. By doing so, we not only strengthen our own spirits, but also become beacons of light for others. Padre Pio's prophecies, far from being harbingers of doom, are profound calls to embrace a life of faith, love, and mindfulness. They mirror timeless wisdom found in both Christian and Buddhist teachings. As we navigate the unknown, let us carry his words in our hearts, nurturing souls anchored in love, trust, and the unwavering pursuit of goodness. Thank you for joining today's journey into Padre Pio's final prophecy and its profound implications. Your presence here is deeply appreciated. If this is your first time with us, introduce yourself in the comments by typing, "I am new here." If you've been with us for a while, type, "I am inspired," to show your continued support. Your engagement means the world to us and motivates us to continue sharing impactful stories like this one. Together, let us keep uncovering these profound truths and carry their wisdom into our lives. Principles for a peaceful and happy life in turbulent times. In challenging times, maintaining peace and happiness can feel like an uphill battle. However, several enduring principles can help anchor us, fostering inner calm and a fulfilling life even amid uncertainty. While the specifics may vary, here are some guiding principles that many find helpful. Principle 1. Cultivate mindfulness and presence. In a world that often feels chaotic, mindfulness and presence serve as powerful anchors, grounding us amidst life's storms. By being fully present in each moment, we tap into a calm reservoir within ourselves, a space untouched by external turbulence. Mindfulness isn't merely a practice, it's a way of living. It invites us to engage deeply with life, notice the small miracles in the mundane, and release distractions that pull us away from the here and now. Meditation. Regular meditation, even for a few minutes a day, trains the mind to focus on the present, building inner strength to weather life's storms. Deep breathing. Simple breathing exercises calm the nervous system, quiet the racing mind, and remind us that every breath is a chance to start anew. Mindful walking. Transform a simple walk into a sacred ritual by feeling the ground beneath your feet, noticing the rustling leaves, or sensing the warmth of the sun. Padre Pio's prophecies remind us of life's deeper mysteries while prompting us to reflect on how we respond to the uncertainties of the world. In this way, mindfulness becomes not just a tool but a transformative practice, revealing that peace doesn't come from controlling the outside world but from cultivating stillness within. Reclaiming peace amid modern challenges. In today's fast-paced life, practicing mindfulness is a radical act of self-care and rebellion against the constant pull of digital distractions, overcommitments, and worry. It's about reclaiming control over our attention and finding clarity amid chaos. As we strive to embody the wisdom of Padre Pio's message, let us focus on integrating love, mindfulness, and intentionality into our lives. These principles not only help us navigate turbulent times, but also enable us to cultivate a deeper sense of peace, purpose, and connection. Padre Pio's teachings remind us that, even in uncertain times, love and mindfulness can light the way forward, anchoring us in a higher purpose and empowering us to live with grace and courage. Mindfulness, focusing on what truly matters. One of the most powerful practices we can embrace is directing our attention toward what truly matters. Whether it's sharing a heartfelt conversation, appreciating the beauty of nature, or savoring a quiet cup of tea, mindfulness trains us to be fully present. By practicing mindfulness, we build resilience, reduce stress, and create deeper connections with those around us. Ultimately, it teaches us that while we cannot always change the external world, we can transform our relationship with it. Living in the present opens the door to a life of greater peace, joy, and meaning. A life aligned not only with the teachings of Padre Pio but also with the timeless wisdom of the ages. Acceptance and adaptability. In times of turbulence, one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves is the ability to accept and adapt. Life is full of twists and turns, many beyond our control. Holding tightly to what we cannot change is like gripping sand. It slips through our fingers no matter how hard we try. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means acknowledging the reality of a situation without resistance and redirecting our energy toward areas where we can make a difference. Think of a tree bending in the wind. Its flexibility allows it to weather storms that would break a more rigid structure. Similarly, when we approach life with adaptability, we grow stronger and more resilient. Acceptance doesn't mean passivity. It means facing reality with courage and adapting creatively. Peace isn't about controlling the storm. It's about learning to dance in the rain. Focus on what you can control. In challenging times, one of the most empowering actions we can take is focusing on what we can control. Life often presents overwhelming situations, and it's easy to feel consumed by worry over the uncontrollable. But what if, instead of fixating on what we can't change, we focused on what is within our power? Our attitudes, daily habits, relationships, and responses to adversity are all areas where we can make a difference. By channeling our energy into what we can control, we reclaim our power and reduce feelings of helplessness. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Reflect on how much time you spend worrying about things like the opinions of others, global events, or even the weather. Imagine redirecting that energy toward actions that truly matter. Improving your health, showing kindness to others, setting and achieving small, meaningful goals. By focusing on what you can control, you regain clarity and confidence, enabling you not only to survive challenging times, but to thrive. Final thoughts. Building resilience through mindfulness, acceptance, and focus. Padre Pio's teachings, along with the wisdom of ancient traditions, remind us that resilience is built through mindfulness, acceptance, and focusing on what truly matters. These practices not only help us navigate turbulent times, but also foster a life rich in peace, purpose, and connection. Ask yourself today, how can I live more mindfully? What can I accept and adapt to with grace? Where can I shift my focus to regain control and purpose? By reflecting on these questions, you can take steps toward a life that embodies resilience and hope, even amid uncertainty. Let us carry this wisdom forward, building strength within ourselves and inspiring those around us. Practice gratitude. In life's most challenging moments, gratitude can serve as your guiding light, reminding you of blessings that often go unnoticed. Even when the world feels heavy, there are countless reasons to be thankful. Small joys, fleeting moments of beauty, or simply the fact that you are alive and capable of growth. Taking time each day to practice gratitude, whether through journaling or quiet reflection, can profoundly shift your mindset. Instead of being consumed by worry or fear, gratitude helps you recognize the abundance that exists around you. As the Buddha wisely said, let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. If we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. If we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful. Consider this. When was the last time you paused to truly appreciate the people in your life, the roof over your head, or the meals you enjoy each day? In modern life, it's easy to take these things for granted, focusing instead on what we lack. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to this mindset. By intentionally focusing on what's good, you not only bring peace into your life, but also cultivate an energy that attracts positivity. Studies show that practicing gratitude can improve mental health, reduce stress, and strengthen relationships. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, exemplified this. Even in the horrors of a concentration camp, he found meaning in small acts of kindness and moments of connection. If gratitude was possible in such dire circumstances, what might you uncover in your own life if you took the time to look? Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges. It means empowering yourself to face them with a heart rooted in appreciation. Take a moment now. What are 3 things you're grateful for? By focusing on these sparks of light, you create room for contentment, resilience, and hope. Self-care and well-being. In times of uncertainty and stress, taking care of yourself isn't just important, it's essential. Imagine your mind and body as a garden. If neglected, weeds of worry and fatigue will take over. But when tended with care, even amidst storms, it can flourish. Self-care is not selfish. It's the foundation for resilience. When you nurture your mind, body, and spirit, you're better equipped to handle challenges and support others. Consider these self-care practices: physical health, regular exercise, proper nutrition, and restful sleep. Emotional well-being, journaling, connecting with loved ones, or seeking support when needed. Mental clarity, mindfulness, meditation, or engaging in hobbies that bring joy. By prioritizing your well-being, you cultivate inner strength and create a life that thrives, no matter the circumstances. A final thought: living a life of meaning and resilience. The teachings of mindfulness, gratitude, and self-care, echoed in both spiritual traditions and modern wisdom, remind us of our power to shape our lives. Ask yourself today, what can I control to bring peace into my life? How can I practice gratitude for the blessings I already have? What steps can I take to nurture my mind, body, and spirit? By focusing on these questions, you can create a life filled with resilience, hope, and joy, even in the face of uncertainty. Let these principles guide you as you move forward with purpose and intention. Continuous learning and growth. Continuous learning and personal growth are essential parts of a meaningful life, particularly when facing adversity. Challenges and hardships, though difficult, can become profound opportunities to uncover deeper truths about ourselves and the world. This perspective invites us to shift from seeing obstacles as threats to viewing them as stepping stones to greater wisdom. Adopting a growth mindset, embracing difficulties as lessons rather than barriers, reshapes our life journey, turning moments of struggle into powerful teachers. As the Buddhist teacher Thich Nhat Hanh beautifully said, "No mud, no lotus." The lotus, a symbol of enlightenment, thrives only because it grows from the mud. Similarly, beauty and strength often emerge from life's messiest and most challenging circumstances. Modern challenges like stress at work, broken relationships, financial struggles, or health crises can feel overwhelming. Yet, within these trials lies an invitation to grow. For instance, losing a job may spark reflection and creativity, leading to a career more aligned with your passions and values. The end of a relationship, though painful, can prompt a deeper understanding of love and connection, ultimately fostering healthier bonds. Padre Pio's wisdom resonates here, teaching that suffering, when embraced with faith and understanding, has the power to purify and elevate the soul. This aligns closely with the Buddhist concept of dukkha, which recognizes life's inherent struggles as opportunities for awakening when met with compassion and awareness. Ask yourself, what is this moment teaching me? How can I grow from this experience? These simple questions, answered with sincerity and reflection, can lead to profound insights. Growth takes time and effort, much like a tree that grows stronger by weathering storms. As Confucius said, our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Instead of fearing adversity, embrace it as a necessary part of life's journey. Remember, growth is not about perfection but progress. Be kind to yourself as you learn, adapt, and evolve. By fostering this mindset, you transform your challenges into opportunities for growth, inspiring those around you to seek the hidden blessings within their struggles. Padre Pio's message: hope, awakening, and purpose. As we conclude this exploration of Padre Pio's profound prophecies, it's clear that his words are as relevant today as ever. His messages aren't just about warnings. They're about hope, awakening, and the call to align our lives with faith, compassion, and purpose. If this video has inspired or moved you, take action. Like this video to support our channel. Share it with someone who needs to hear this powerful message. Subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking insights. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming explorations into faith, spirituality, and timeless wisdom. Remember, the path to understanding begins with reflection, and the time to bring light into the world is now. See you in the next video.